Welcome everybody to Crypto Coffee with Marc. Today we have a new, very special guest. Today we have with us Vedran Vukman, is the CEO of Revuto. Today we'll be speaking about the news regarding Revuto, what is Revuto, what exactly does. So we'll be hearing from the man himself. So welcome to the show. Don't worry. Perfect. Okay, so I think my camera is not showing, so just give me 1 sec.
Sure.
Okay, let's see if it's working now. Okay. Okay, Cubers, sorry for the delay. We are back. We had just a small issue with my camera, but we are back and with more energy than ever. So yeah, we're just presenting Vedran to the audience. He's the CEO of Revuto. So today we'll be speaking about Revuto and exactly what it does. So to start, I would like first of all just to say thank you of course for being here today. And if you could do a small presentation about yourself, what's your background, why did you start Revuto, just to know a little bit about the project.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you mentioned, my name is Vedran. People call me Vex. It's easier to pronounce. Coming from Croatia, so I'm CEO and founder of Revuto. We are a fintech product building on Cardano. So the main goal with the product is to actually help people manage their subscriptions and pay for them less, even in some cases earn money. We decided to incorporate crypto because we are in a way a payment system. Behind everything are virtual debit cards, which are we now planning to issue, and which people will actually be using to pay for their subscriptions instead of their personal debit or credit cards.
Okay.
Why they should do so is because we bring them, a lot of advantages of using our virtual debit cards: security, privacy. We offer them option to block, snooze, approve payments as they occur. Send them notification about the payment when it's due, what they want to do, instead of and how to pay.
Okay, Cubers, the live just went off. I don't know why. 1 sec. You just disconnected. Yeah, I don't know why today we're having a lot of problems with everything. Maybe today is not our day, but we're doing the best to make sure that we're going to hear from the guy itself. So just 1 sec. Okay, I don't know what happened, but everything closed. Today is maybe not our day. Okay, yeah, I just got you, but I don't know, the window just closed, so we'll keep from there.
And I just continued, but I said, maybe it's gonna come back. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
This is actually the second interview that I'm having today, and there's some technical issues. I don't know,
Yeah.
I checked the connection. It's all fine on my side, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not today to do a podcast. We don't know. Perfect. Yeah. So you were saying about the project, about privacy. You were talking just privacy.
Yeah. So there's option also. We have a Cardano wallet within the app, so people can actually top up those virtual debit cards with a Revuto token, with Cardano native token. And later on, we're gonna introduce some DeFi setups, which are gonna help people to actually pay their subscriptions, even if they don't have funds necessary on a due date. So we call that micro lending and borrowing setup. So many things. Even we have awesome setups with the NFTs, which I can later explain a bit more. But in general, altogether, the plan is to help people manage and pay for their subscription with a single app, that is really built to serve that use case.
Okay.
And the reason why we did that is because there is some background. So in 2017 I actually came with my previous startup to San Francisco, and what I noticed is that I was paying a lot of things to actually run my business. I
Okay.
was using many those tools, and all those tools I would pay on subscription business basis. So I would pay those things monthly, and I lost track to whom, when, with what, how much I was paying for.
Okay.
Those charges, they seem small, but they add up, and then you forget, if you're paying something that you don't need to pay anymore, if you uh, unsubscribed on time. So even I was paying, I fell in those free trial traps, so
Yeah.
called. uh, Everybody does. So, and also I had a trouble with managing my cash flow, because for instance, sometimes I had the difficulties with paying for those subscriptions on time, because I was waiting for money. I knew that money is going to come, but the due date was tomorrow, and then I had to pay for Shopify or Stripe or something like that. And if I don't pay for that, they're gonna discontinue my service, so my business would hurt. And then I talked to everybody else, and I figure out that many of us have the same problem. And I said, there is nothing actually to help us out there. um, so this is the reason why we started to work on Revuto.
Okay.
uh, yeah.
So it makes
So
complete sense. Yeah, I understand the point when you say about Shopify mostly, because
yeah,
if they stop in this case your subscription, probably you're gonna in a way lose your shop for some days, some hours,
exactly,
and you cannot
exactly.
continue your operation. So it makes quite sense. Right now, which companies are you working? I mean, which companies can your users manage their subscriptions?
Yeah, this is a good question. So people usually think that we have to make deals to those service providers to be able to work with them, but actually we don't. So what we do is we issue those virtual debit cards to our users, which they can use with any service worldwide.
Okay.
So there is just one step they need to do, and that's to replace their debit or credit cards they already pre-authorized with service providers with the Revuto debit card, and from then
Okay.
on, yeah, they're fine.
So how
They
many users
Yeah,
do you have right now that they're using
so now,
Rebuto?
yeah, so up till now we have more than 350,000 users.
Okay, that's a lot
Um,
of people.
Yeah, it's a nice number, although not all of them are from Europe. So some of those can just use the basic setup. It's subscription management without, it's not an active subscription management, because they cannot
Okay.
use virtual debit cards, because we are regulated business, and we are compliant only to issue virtual debit cards within the Eurozone. So
Okay.
to European countries and to citizens from
Okay.
the Europe.
Yeah, you have users worldwide, so in this case, you are only able to use it in Europe.
Yeah, yeah, but the plan is actually to go worldwide. We have a nice partner. The same company is behind the Crypto.com
Okay,
that Rails are, and yeah, we plan to go worldwide. But it's early, and we go step by step.
perfect. I would like to know, why did you choose Cardano to be Reboot in this case? Because
Yeah,
that's a
that's
question that will always came up because we're all
why
building on the same
Cardano.
ecosystem. Everybody has their own reasons. Maybe it's technology, maybe it's commissions. I don't know, but it depends on the project. So it will be quite interesting to know.
So listen, there are a couple of reasons.
Okay.
First of all, when we actually said that we wanna do an ICO, and then we wanna actually bring the token within the app and the crypto wallet, and we want allow to people within the crypto ecosystem to use their tokens to top up those virtual debit cards, we had several options to go with, and one of those was obviously Ethereum. Then there was a Cardano and a couple of other blockchains. But first of all, I was following everything from early 2017. and I was, aware what were the plans from Charles, and
Okay.
I liked the idea that he had, and it was something different. But to be honest, when we were comparing, which way to go, for us was no go, but that was the first choice, Ethereum. It was
Okay.
no go to build on Ethereum because the fees were too high, too
That's
steep,
correct.
and paying $10 for your Netflix and then spending maybe half of that, or even like 100% just on the transaction fee.
Yeah.
If you choose to pay it with crypto, that would make no sense.
Yeah.
So Cardano was the biggest competitor at the time when we were choosing of Ethereum. Then I was involved with the people. Well, I knew the people who were involved closely with IOHK. So we were
Okay.
talking, and they said they could help. That meant a lot of us to us. But then also there was an opportunity to actually position ourselves as a first public ICO on Cardano, because when we did ICO in May last year, there were not many projects doing ICOs, and they did later on. Some of those did ISPO, but we decided to do ICO, and it was a good moment, a good opportunity. And for us, we thought that we could actually also have competitive advantage over the other Cardano projects, because for the main use case, for topping up virtual debit cards with the Cardano native token, we didn't need actually to use smart contracts. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, and we said, if we're gonna be out there, before everybody else within the Cardano, we're gonna have a good product which can get benefit from Cardano native token. So yeah, this could work.
Are you planning to add smart contracts in the future, maybe?
Yeah, but mostly for those DeFi setups. So, for instance, we want to offer also people opportunity to borrow money from other people to pay
Okay.
for their subscriptions, even when they don't have money. And we plan to do that by offering them uncollateralized loans. Though this is a unique, because we can leverage other things within the app to make them pay off their debt. But also there's some nice setups. For instance, so we're gonna track how much money you're actually spending on your subscriptions monthly, and we're going to tell you, hey, listen, you don't have to spend money on those subscriptions and lose money. Buy Revuto token, we're going to tell you how much, and we're going to pay off your expenses with just by your rewards from a yield, from the staking.
Okay.
So those are some setups that you can do with the smart contracts.
Okay.
Obviously, now to do we are waiting for stable coins on Cardano, and to offer DeFi setups, you actually need to have a really stable coin. That's
Yeah, of course.
this term, stable coin.
Well, I just read, if I'm not wrong, I just want to clarify and to make sure it's correct. But right now with Revuto, for example, if I'm buying an NFT, because I read something about NFTs over Revuto, for example, for I don't know $350,
Yeah.
just saying a price. My subscription, for example, for Netflix, Spotify, whatever, will be covered for some months. So my question is, how will be this funded? That's the biggest question that I have right now.
Question. Yeah, how that setup works. So first of all, we did a campaign to offer 10,000 NFTs. Those are special NFTs. It's just a limited offer. It's not that we are planning to base a business model on that use case.
Okay.
Why we did that campaign? Because we really have an awesome setup for NFTs within our ecosystem to allow people to actually subscribe to something by paying for the NFT. And when I say to subscribe for something, I'm gonna try to explain the setup. So what we found out is that people who actually buy subscriptions, for a year or two, they usually lose money. because you pay for 12 months in advance. They give you some discount, but in the end 50% of those people don't actually use those services or subscriptions for the whole period. And sometimes you pay in advance for 2 years. And we said, with NFTs and virtual debit cards, we can actually offer people to subscribe to any service for any period of time, save some money, get a discount from us, and then later on, if they decide after 3 or 4 or 5 months not to use that service, or they cannot use it anymore, they're done with the project, so they don't need that tool anymore, or they're gonna move somewhere, so they're not using that service at that place, whatever. Because that service can be food delivery. It doesn't have to be just Netflix or those streaming services. So we said, we can offer them to sell that unused subscription period to somebody else. And how that works? So you basically say to Revuto, hey, I wanna actually buy Netflix for 8 months.
Okay.
And let's say Netflix is $10, and we're gonna say, okay, 8 months, it's $80, but we're gonna let you to buy it for $70 or $72. You're gonna get 10% discount, and then we give you an NFT. We mint you NFT, which is the certificate which says Netflix is prepaid for eight months.
Okay.
So as long as you have that NFT in your wallet, we're gonna issue you your virtual debit card for your Netflix, and we're gonna top up that virtual card as long as you have NFT in that wallet during those 8 months.
Okay.
But for instance, if you after 4 months sell that NFT to somebody else because you don't want to use your Netflix anymore, or you just send it as a gift, then we discontinue your virtual debit card, because there is no that certificate in your wallet which tell us we need to top up your virtual debit card. But then if somebody else gets that NFT and there is still 4 months left, we then issue virtual debit card to that another user, and we top up debit card every month for those rest 4 months. But the thing is that previous user can sell that NFT not for $40, but not for just for $25, just to get some money back, at least some money back. And it's a really awesome setup. But to introduce that setup, maybe it's now I try to explain you. It's really actually a simple setup, but it's hard to explain it, and especially to those who don't understand how everything works. We said that we're gonna do a campaign with NFTs, which are gonna allow people to, those owners of that NFT, to have free Spotify or Netflix as long as they're the owner of that NFT. So they would actually pay that NFT once, $350, have that NFT. If they have that NFT in our app, in a Revuto wallet, we issue them with a virtual debit card, which we're gonna top up each month for Netflix or Spotify, as long as that they have that NFT. But at any point of time, they can send or sell that NFT to somebody else, and we're gonna do the same for that person. So it's actually a great introduction to what we call subscription NFTs, although those 10,000 NFTs is just a limited offer, because we don't plan to actually sell out those NFTs for lifetime, for subscriptions for lifetime. No, this is just for the Netflix and Spotify. But later on, we're gonna tell people to use that setup which I explained before, to actually buy NFT for certain subscription for any period of time of their choice, and use it as I described. So what that should do is actually help people to monetize their unused subscription periods, but also to create a secondary market of unused subscriptions. And that's basically it. And I just want to add that this has nothing to do with breaking or going against the terms of use of those service providers, because everything that users need to do is actually use those virtual debit cards that we issue them through the app instead of their own, and subscribe with those to their accounts of Netflix or whatever, and just choose the monthly billing cycle. That's the only thing that they need to do. There is no selling. Actually, when you sell the NFT, you're not selling or transferring your account, Netflix account.
Yeah,
It
that
stays.
makes sense, because if not, you're selling your email
Yeah,
in a way, your password, everything.
exactly. So it's a really good setup, which we believe is going to pick up in the future. Because the only problem with NFTs is that people always, when you say NFT, they always think of just one thing. Those are nice collections with the pictures and everything. They don't think of NFTs that they can be used in so different ways, and setups. So yeah, and in our case, again, we are using NFTs as certificate that something was prepaid. Also, when we talk, I just want to mention that when we talk about services or subscriptions, we are talking about prepaid services. So you, with Revuto, you can only manage and pay to those prepaid services. So those are not contractual services, let's call them so.
Okay, I understand that, but I wanted to ask you, for example, if I'm planning to, I don't know, join a gym, and I have a membership, for example, what happens with the typical memberships that we are seeing more often, that you can get this offer if you have minimum 12 months, 6 months, 4 months, and maybe I want to say it at the 6 months, but I'm locked because I just agreed on 12 months. So what happens on the situations?
Yeah. So again, what you need to do is actually you go to your gym and you pay month. So I don't know. There should be some kind of web page of that gym or whatever. There is a payment gateway, and when you use your Revuto virtual debit card, you actually choose the option month after month. But
Okay,
what
so
you
you pay
do,
monthly, not in
you pay
advance and
monthly, but
anything.
but you prepaid with us with Revuto. You
Okay.
pay us 6 months or 8 months in advance, but we give you an option to actually resell that unused subscription period, because you're gonna get an NFT, and then we're gonna know if you sell that NFT to somebody else, that we actually need to issue him new virtual debit card, which he uses with that gym web page or whatever. He again opts in for a monthly billing cycle, but then we know that we need to top up that his virtual debit card for next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, whatever there is left on that NFT.
Okay. Now I get it. It makes sense, because if it was, for example, a lockup like a year, it would be quite complicated to sell it, etc.
It would be
Perfect.
so again,
right now,
you don't prepaid 12 months with your service provider. No, you prepaid with Revuto, with us.
Revuto, I understand. It's like an intermediary in a way. So people will pay like to you, and you will be then sending this debit credit card so they can pay for that service.
And there is also one advantage. Why would you do that? First of all, it gives you the opportunity to resell that unused subscription period. But secondly, for every payment that is done through the virtual debit card, the Revuto virtual debit card, we give you a cashback as well in Revuto.
Right now, where can the users sell their NFTs? Your NFTs in this case.
Sorry?
Where the users can sell their subscriptions right now? On your app?
Yeah. So they can sell it on NFT marketplaces. But up till now, we didn't actually launch that feature yet. We just now launched that we call it Revolution NFTs, because in a way we said that with this setup we are revolutionizing subscription business. And for now, there are only out there those NFTs for Netflix and Spotify out there. So yeah.
Perfect. During this process, tell me. Sorry.
Yeah, until we don't launch the full subscription NFT setup, there's not gonna be NFTs for other subscriptions available on marketplaces. So this is something that we are just now trying to push out. And the question now is when we're gonna launch that. It all depends on the crypto market, because now everything is slow, and we don't want to actually push out something that's so cool in a wrong moment.
Yeah, it's the same as us. So I completely understand you in this process. Now we want to launch a lot of projects. We want to launch a lot of things. We want to say, hey, world, we're doing this. We made it. This is quite cool. Try it out. Have fun. But it's not a good time now to launch anything. So we are continue building. We're, let's say, in a way, waiting for the good moment to come back. But you don't know if it's going to be in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 years. We hope not. But we have to be positive in this situation. And that leads to my next question. It's quite related to this, that I wanted to ask you, what keeps you interested in building during this bear market? Because now it's what we're saying. It's, you cannot show anything, but we keep building, obviously, because we have projects to do. But what keeps you interested or engaged, or just why?
Listen, I'm optimistic because of two things. First of all, this bear market means that the market is slow. Everything is slow in the crypto ecosystem, and it gives us time and opportunity to build things, because once when everything rebounds, it's going to be crazy again. Everything's going to be 300%, and then it's actually when you have to be ready. This is the first thing, because not just that a lot of money is going to come back into the space, but a lot of users, a lot of people, and this is when you actually need to profit from the situation. That's the first. The second thing, why I'm all optimistic. So I'm confident that the crypto is the future. So it's, in my opinion, it's a natural step forward in a way. So I think that the crypto and the blockchain is part of the digital transformation of a financial system in a way, because the old one was old. It was slow. We know. Everything.
We already know.
we know. I don't want to go there. So smart contracts are fast. They're efficient and everything. So again, and it's and everybody can build on the blockchain. So, but and I see so many great projects developing right now that I'm 100% confident that everything is gonna come back, and and that we're gonna have even more cool apps and projects to take advantage of, and
I completely agree. It's a good moment to build. Right now, we don't have, in a way, that much pressure. The market, it's a mere market. We know that. We'll wait for the bull to come again, to more users to come. So now it's a great moment to build. We can do great things. We can do it in a good time, not with rush. So now we can build everything. We can test it. We can make sure that everything is great. So let's say it's a perfect moment to build without being too pressured.
But still, there is one catch. So the community, the problem is it's tough to keep the engagement going on, because too many people are too focused on token price.
Correct.
And those guys who are supporting us are all also token holders, and sometimes it's difficult to explain them why the price is not going up, why there is no demand and things like that. But this is something that we need to also figure out how to communicate with those guys, because in the end we all depend on those people. There are users, there are supporters, there are those who are holding our tokens, and without those people the project is pretty much dead, and
so that always happens. I'm happy to hear that we are not the only one facing this right now. I want to say hello to all our cubers. I don't know how you call your Revuto fans, but we call our KubeCoin followers cubers. But I want to say hello to all of them. We're here. We're still here.
Hi, cubers.
Yeah.
We have Revutonians.
Because we made a lot of things, but now we know we're in the market. There are a lot of users saying, hey, when are going to launch your new project, new things? When are going to come more marketing, more FOMO, more press releases? And we're like, okay, We know that the
Yeah.
market is not following. So right now it's better to focus on product, on things that
Yeah.
are useful for the future.
Exactly.
So let us build right now. We're building amazing things. So just believe in what we're building, because that's why you probably invested in the pre-sale and the ACO. So just keep believing. We're building. We're here. I'm still here. So I'm doing this interview. So I'm still here.
That's the
So,
right answer. Yeah, because those guys, they think, if you're gonna throw more money into marketing and we need to do something, do something that things are gonna pick up, but they're not. You're just gonna burn money, and you cannot fool the market. You
correct.
cannot trick
That's the thing. But obviously we have a lot of different type of users. We know that that's in every industry, every market. Not everybody can know about everything. I don't do so. In this case, we have to do timelines. In this case, to build a roadmap. We have a roadmap, so we have to follow this roadmap, and we have to do the marketing with the market. It's appropriate for that. If I just throw, I don't know, 50,000 euros right now on marketing, I'm not gonna get anything. I'm just gonna spend 50,000 euros to people to see a video and do nothing. So we have to just think about it, still build the products, have a great product, and when the market is positive, the situation is positive, we have to obviously to pressure a lot with marketing, do the best marketing campaigns in the world, be the best in the world, but we have to be conscient of where we are right now. We're in a beer market, we're in a recession worldwide, so we have to be aware of that. But I'm happy that I'm not the only one thinking of that. I was just checking now the chat because we have some users from your from Revuto and from KubeCoin. They were saying best project, a lot of things. Some people that bought or have your credit card, your platinum metal card, your metal card, and they want to use it. They were talking about the cashback. So we have some users here. Hello everybody, thanks for being today with us. And just happy to hear that we are not the only one thinking. No,
everybody is in same position. I'm talking to all, to many other project founders and teams, and it's the same thing. Pressure from the community. They want, results, but tomorrow, if not today. And this is not how it goes. The most important thing is to be ready when it matters, and then we all are gonna profit. But there are gonna always be people impatient, and unfortunately, we're gonna lose some supporters. We are aware of that.
We know that. That's the price you have to pay for being where you're right now. But you always lose some supporters, and you will win some supporters after. So if you do things right, if you keep believing in the project, you keep working, you keep doing a great job, obviously it's like every industry, every business, there's people is leaving, there's new people entering. So if you just believe in what you do and keep grinding and keep working hard, you will get where you want to get. So I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, and all of this is not gonna matter once when things come back. So it's gonna be crazy, and it just matters in the end where you are.
But it still matters, because if I do it every day. I'm checking the markets, checking other projects. I have a lot to work to do, checking how is the market doing, news, etc. If you check, for example, for Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, the other main blockchains on CoinMarketCap, and you go to their page and you see for the chat on the messages, you will see a lot of different comments, a lot of different opinions. There's people like, okay, I believe in ADA, I love ADA, and people like, this is a scam. And it has been in this space for a lot of years, and they're saying this is a scam, and there are
everything is
6, 7, 8 best blockchain right now here on CoinMarketCap, and they're saying this is a scam. And the same with Ethereum, this is a scam. So I don't think that being in the end saves you from anything.
You know what? How they, if your token price is not moving in the right direction, you're immediately a scam.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but it's something we have to deal right now. It's quite logical. I understand the point of view of the users. Obviously, if I was investing on something, I would be quite nervous to invest a lot of money. But we have to be patient. We have to transmit this patience to the users. Say, hey, we're here. We're still bleeding. We're doing everything we can to grow the project. But there are the two sides of the coin. We always have the two sides of the coin. When everything is great, everybody's okay, hype. I love your project. I love you. And when it's bad, everything is like, you're a scam. You're a group pull. So we have to deal with both sides.
I don't judge them, so even we within the project, we thought that things are gonna go in different direction. There were some misjudgments, and obviously you cannot predict the future.
Correct.
We were all hoping for the best, and it took us quite of time to actually manage to list our token on centralized exchange, which is really important for us, because to offer people opportunity to top up virtual debit cards with crypto with our token, you need to be listed on very liquid centralized exchanges
Yeah.
which are regulated. You cannot do that through dexes. So yeah, we had some difficult time to actually explain them, why things happen this way and that way, and why we chose to go this path, no that path. And but in
Yeah,
the
but
end,
you always
we
have will find
yeah
some problems on your trip. It cannot be always flowers and magic and
yeah
everything beautiful. You will have some problems. You have the thing. It's not the problem. I think it's more how you solve it. If you solve it right, if everything keeps going the same path, it was just a small stone on your way. But if you solve it right, and now you're in sex and everything, so you solve it. Now you are. It was just a
yeah
small delay on the task, but hey, it's normal. We're building something new. We cannot know
sure.
everything from the start. We're learning, we're improving, and we're doing the best we can. Obviously, obviously.
Yeah. And there is one most important thing to understand, is that we are in this all together with our community, with our
Yeah,
supporters. Because if we don't succeed, they're not gonna succeed. But the success needs to come for all of us, because in the end we are also token holders. The team has some tokens. The project has tokens. Obviously, our community has tokens. So we all depend on the tokens that we
yeah. On the
have.
succeed of
And
the token. Yeah,
yeah, and we have the same you know how would I put it,
the same aim, the same objective.
same name exactly.
Yeah,
So we're all in this together. So if they don't trust that I'm gonna try to do everything what is what I can do for myself and to help myself and my project, then
yeah. I completely understand. But I'm happy in this case because we saw it now. There are a lot of people that they really believe in the project, and they
Mm,
are just saying, "I believe in the project. Let them build." So these people, I will always love them because they're really
exactly.
supportive, and you see the two sides of the coin. But yeah, I'm happy to see that there are some differences between
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, of
But the
course.
most important thing right now is to educate people in matter of crypto because not everybody can know about crypto, obviously.
Hmm.
But we are happy. I'm happy to do it as when we can. We educate them. We send some educational tweets, info. We do this CubeCast with other projects, with
Yeah.
other people, just to have different point of views about crypto, to hear different stories of different people. We interview a lot of people from podcast owners to pool owners to other project owners, and so they can see different points of views of different projects, and they can be in a way educated about crypto. So we do everything we can. We know it's
Yeah,
something
that's
new.
actually good to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's new for everybody. So we're here together to learn, to improve, and to create. So happy to be in the same boat with all the people that it's really believing in the project. And the ones that know, we're happy to change your mind, and we will do our best to have you board too. But
Sure.
yeah,
Well,
we have a lot of work to do in this case.
no, sure. There is a lot of work in front of us as well, because there is so many things that we want to push out, so many features and everything. But at least we now have some traction. So people, those who follow us from the ICO, they see that the team is here, the team is growing,
Yeah,
the app is evolving. So we are issuing those updates. We would also love to be faster, but you know how that goes with the development. It's always
yeah,
you think
I know.
something's going to last 1 month, and then it takes 2 or 3. I'm actually really mad about it, but somehow it's just part of the business, because uh, I love to actually be on time with those promises. And I always ask my development team and our actually the companies or third party service providers that we work with, just give me some not over optimistic estimate. Just give me something, approximately, and then I add. But then even when I add,
Yeah, it's not enough, maybe.
so, and the community is always, they want dates, they want exact dates, and then if you miss those dates, they're angry. But it's the same for everybody. Even the Cardano, when we, look at
Yeah.
them, how much they're trying and developing and promising, there are delays, and
Yeah. We have to
part
deal
of
with
the business. Yeah.
that. Perfect. Then I have one last question, probably, that I always ask to all my guests. It's quite
Mhm.
different. Probably, I don't think that nobody, sorry, asked you before. I would like to know right now, which are your 3 top holdings on your wallet?
My top holding,
Yeah, top 3
obviously,
holdings.
Revo token, but those tokens are locked. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I always ask that, and people are
No,
like, I don't know if I should say it. If not, maybe I'm just talking about the competitors. But I think it's a
yeah.
fun question to ask because nobody has the courage to ask that. So here am I.
Listen, I'm just
now you are in some pressure.
yeah. There are a lot of tokens that I invest. Well, a lot of projects that I invested in. Some of those from Cardano as well, and many of those outside of Cardano, of course. But I'm just gonna tell that I'm not in top 20 tokens anymore, because
Okay.
I don't think that makes sense even to invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum unless you really have a lot of money. The opportunity is in those low cap projects, and I'm betting on those. So yeah, I don't have favorites actually, to
Okay.
be honest.
Apart from
Uh,
Revuto, I understand.
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So
You escaped from the question quite
I,
well.
I escaped because there are also some. Oh, fuck. So, for instance, I invested a lot of in Ape. Uh,
Okay, I
uh,
have some ape too. Yeah, I have some.
yeah, yeah, and that didn't work very well for me.
No, for me it did. I just bought. I think it was 5 minutes after they listed, 5 or 1 or 2. It was
Oh,
like the first people that invested when it was on Binance. So I bought it quite cheap, and I'm still on profit. So I'm good with ape.
that's good.
I think I bought it on
Well,
six,
yeah, I didn't
five,
tell.
4. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what? I invested in some really stupid things as well. So yeah, I just don't want to tell anyone. So I'm trying to actually avoid uh, to tell anybody in what to invest,
No, this is not
because
financial advice. We're just warning now the audience. Not financial
yeah,
advice. Anything we can say, maybe it's not good or stupid, like investing in some on some coins. So just don't follow our lead. We're just saying what the heart tells us. So
no, you know why? Because even my friends and family members, they ask me, because they know that I'm in crypto and crypto
yeah,
goes up, and they ask me, in which tokens I invested in and what I think about this project and that project. And if I say to them something that I invested in, they think that I'm smarter than them, and then they just follow. And
yeah,
that's usually what people do. And then when things don't go
that,
well,
yeah,
uh, it's not that it it's always in my mind, and
yeah,
it bothers me. Although they don't bother me, it bothers me, because even now with the Revuto is the same thing. I didn't even know that so many friends invested in Revuto, and they then told me, I invested 5,000 euros, 10,000 euros, someone 500 euros, and yeah, it's a burden.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's in a way because I think we all have the same problem. We're in crypto that some friends that are starting right now, they will ask us, okay, where should we invest? What do you think? I would say the same. Just inform yourself first, educate. You can watch CoinMarketCap. You can ask me. I can just give you white papers, whatever you need, so you can check it. But you can ask me. I will be free to my friends to say, okay, my top 5 holdings are these, but you don't have to follow my lead. I just invest in these because I don't know what they're building. I like their whatever they have. and I just believe in them. I have some coins because I like their game. So maybe I like their game and you don't like it. So just don't follow my lead because I invested in them.
Yeah, but they're gonna ask you, and they're gonna, try to get information about out from you, because people, they just need to feel confident about
Yeah.
something, to invest in something, because it's a risk, it's a bet, and if you give them reasons, even though
Yeah, but everything can happen. It could be
it's
the
coming
best
from
project in the
you.
world, but it can come something and you can just
Yeah.
go to the floor. Well, we saw it with, it was not the best project in the world. Not financial advice. I'm sorry for what can I say right now, but we saw it with Luna 2 months ago. It was on probably tops of their all time, and it went to the
Yeah.
floor. Imagine that they have told a friend, "Okay, I just found Luna. I love it. They're great." And 1 month later, they are doing nothing.
Listen,
What? That's a burden. That's a really, really, really good,
it is,
big
but
burden.
you know what is the problem with all those things also? For instance, at least in my case, whenever somebody asks me, even about the Celsius and about the, Terra USD, that those 20% yields, I always knew that something is wrong about it. Okay. And I
Okay.
was talking about it, but still, somehow, even I wasn't convinced that, this is not possible. And I bought those tokens, and then I went in. I was using Anchor as well, and to,
Yeah.
get some good yield out of it.
But there were a lot of signs, a lot of warnings. I saw a lot of info because I was
Yes.
informing myself, mostly on Reddit, and you cannot trust everything on Reddit. But there were a lot of big threads, really good threads from people that were analyzing Luna, and they were talking about the things. We saw this, we saw that. I think that it's going to happen. That you can believe it or not, but there were a lot of people in a way warning that, but you cannot be always informed. But it was, yeah, it was quite heavy. But there were some signs that people, I never invested in Luna, but there were some signs that people could see. But if
Yep.
you're just a normal investor, you will go to the top 10. Okay, Luna is the top, I don't know, top 9. Let's invest. It looks safe.
But the same thing is with the Celsius, because we have a staking center within our app, and people usually ask us, how the heck are you able to give the yield? And I say it's really simple, because with those projects that we actually offered their tokens to our staking, we made partnerships and we did token swap. So we already secured the yield. And we always say, there is, the maximum amount of rewards that we can give up is 100K of those tokens. And that's it. Or we actually bought those tokens, because there were some projects that didn't want to actually cooperate with us, for instance, World Mobile Token or Meld. But we said, those are good tokens and people believe in those projects, and we just, why don't we offer them stake Revu to earn Meld? And actually we we spend money to buy those tokens, because we need to give them different options to stake Revu token, not just obviously to earn Revu, because for us it's easy to give the yield. It's our expense, but at least we have Revu. We have more than 50% of the token supply still within the project, so we can do that. But
Okay.
when you promise yield in some other token, you need to secure those
Yeah.
tokens. But we did that, and we don't depend on any protocols, and I don't know, businesses that can be hacked, can be, and things can go up and down, at least not now, because those things are not even possible now on the Cardano. But when the smart contracts come into the full power, there's going to be, the same things are going to happen on a Cardano.
Yeah,
That
we will see when the smart contracts come out, then the new ones.
Yeah. So, but Celsius was just, betting as everybody else is, just putting money in different protocols, which were, promising high yields, but that's not sustainable on,
No, on the long term.
on the long term. And
Yeah.
they got screwed up, and even some protocols got hacked, so money was stolen and things like that. So,
We have a
and
long way still
yeah,
to go. We saw
yeah,
the same. Well, I didn't saw it because I don't think it was my age. But everything with internet and I don't know everything, computers. That from the start they were doing I don't want to say bad, but you have the adoption curve of a product. For example, you will see that on the start there are the innovators, the early adopters. So right now, in my case, I think we are on the innovators, early adopters, and then we'll see the peak when a lot of people will start using cryptocurrencies, and that will be the moment when all these things in a long way will not be sustainable, but there will be probably 10 coins that will be the main ones. And I think that a lot of tokens will disappear because maybe they will not be useful, or they will be depending on certain ecosystems. But right now we are on a very early stage. We'll see in the upcoming years where we go, but we have a long way to go, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I don't know the time because I cannot see the future. But we will see how the market adapts, which project will survive and which not. Right now we have a lot of projects going out every day from a lot of blockchains. So we'll see which ones will die, which ones will be the kings, which ones will be just normal, but they will survive. But there are a lot of new things that will come. We are now in an early stage. We're creating these things like us with new projects, trying the blockchains, trying Cardano, and we will see where the time gets at.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't put it better than you.
Perfect. So it was a pleasure having you. I think we're close to 1 hour. It was really fun. We talked about a lot of things, from your project to Cardano to the market to the community. We talked about a lot of different topics. So probably the users got a lot of info of different things. So thanks for being today with us. I hope you had fun. We will see if we will do another episode. I don't know when, because right now we're planning a lot of episodes and we don't have enough time, but we love to do them. So we'll see. Would you like to do any final statements before we end the live?
Oh yeah, well, so just I just want to tell everybody that to be patient, be brave, and support those projects that they believe that they have a future, that they have a good use case. And so
we'll keep with that. Just be patient. Patient is key. We're still building. He's here, I'm here. We're still building, we're still working. So we're doing our best to grow together. As he said, this is a project that we're building together.
It's not going to be easy, and also it can get worse. Just be aware of that. It can get worse, but in the end, all that counts is when it matters. So in the future, when everybody,
we will see then. Perfect. So thanks for being.
Comes back.
Yeah. Perfect. So thank you for being with us. Thank you all the Cubers and Revutors. I don't know how you would say them, for being today with us on this live stream. We hope you like it, and we will see you on the next one. We haven't yet announced the guest, but we'll announce it soon. So thanks for being with us. Thanks for all the questions. We'll answer them some on our tweets. And we wish you a great week and a great weekend, because we're heading right now to the weekend. So thank you, Vedran, and we